All right. Yeah. I actually haven't watched any Bill Burr for ages, but doing that Opie and Anthony, the Tara Dice thing, yeah, really did get me in the mood. He was hilarious in that. But then this come up, and I thought, yeah, the Bill Burr destroying people compilation. Let's go.
When did you start shaving your head? It looks good.
When did I start shaving? Well, I shaved it. I had my first special. I had it shaved.
Really? I didn't.
Yeah.
When I saw you in New York
I'm
for the
glad,
Patrice
I'm glad
thing.
you liked it.
I
I see
do.
you
I like
losing
the
the
look.
roof there in the back.
Yeah,
You'll be
a
right
little
there
bit,
with
little
me.
bit. I'll be there
We'll
soon.
do a buddy cop show.
Exactly.
Right? Two balding old guys
Exactly.
going after some hairy criminal. Yeah, I'm a loner, man. I don't like people. So.
Yeah, you're
Hell
that
yeah,
loud.
that.
I don't.
Yeah, I
This
know.
Fifth Avenue during Christmas time,
You
the
can't stand
thoughts
it.
that go through my head. The thoughts that go through my head. I just want to chop that tree down and watch it land on people as I walk over their head.
No!
I do.
That was the
Sorry.
holiday season.
I know.
No.
You knew I wasn't going to stick to that.
I know,
I was
I
trying to
don't
be
know why I used
happy.
this.
I was
Yeah,
trying to be
yeah.
happy.
When you took it out on Philly because they were a bad crowd.
Oh, yeah.
Your famous rant,
Yep.
which you since said you like Philadelphia, and that wasn't the issue. You were just giving
People in Philly don't even remember. Basically, if you haven't seen it, I was doing a show for the Opie and Anthony radio program, and they had this show called The Traveling Virus, and we were doing these like 10,000 seaters, and we went to Philly, and they're notorious for booing people, and they booed the first guy off stage, and I went on like 3 hours after that. So by the time I got up there, it was a complete shit show, and I don't know. They started booing, and I snapped and decided I wasn't going to leave, and I just attacked everything that they loved.
Can women be funny?
Yeah, of course. Will you guys just fucking grow up and just sit down and write your own horse shit and come up with it? Start your own fucking show. Have your own award show. Quit waiting around for other people to do shit for you. That's the fucking problem. If you guys had your own big club and I was standing outside of it, you'd never fucking let me in. I'd start my own shit. You guys got to start your own shit. You got brains in there, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So write your own shit and quit your fucking whining. We're all eating a giant shit sandwich out here. Nobody cares. I don't care. Well, when was the last time you went on stage and you killed so hard the person after you bombed? If you're fucking doing that on a regular basis, people are gonna notice regardless of what you have between your legs. You know, I feel bad for right now, McDonald's.
The worst thing was, right, is that I don't know whether she wanted to be a comedian or what, but she was not. He was giving her some life advice there, and she was just looking at the camera. It's like, no, you should have listened to what he was actually saying there because it's true. If you did that, no one can deny you.
I feel bad for them.
Why would you feel that?
Because they backpedaled. They allowed fat people to blame them. And it's just over. The second they made the salad, it was over. It was over. They said, you know what? It's our fault. It's our fault. It's our fault you're fat. It isn't. Everybody knows it's fattening. You don't order 50 sandwiches, right? But they're a business. If you order it, they're going to give it to you. That's not their fault.
Yeah, and then you think that that's it right there. Once they invented this, how
McDonald's
they,
is for when
they
you
admit
get,
it.
it's for kids and for when you get hammered. That's what it is. You go in there, you eat, you get the bread in you. Yeah, at some point I was going to make a point here. That's why I keep looking at here. And
Oh, I
I just realized
remember
I'm blocking
this.
myself out of the camera. I love that you have the jib camera for this, like it's an action movie. Let's swoop in at these two guys sitting in these unbelievably small chairs.
Yeah, that's
I literally
it.
feel like I'm gonna fall onto the floor. This is insane. You really went all out with the audience, though. They got full-size adult chairs. Are these like from the 20s before they had like horse tranquilizers in our food? When everybody was like 5'1"? Yeah.
And nothing's making you mad? Nothing.
Oh, things upset me. Yes. I don't know. I don't want to. Look, I fly a lot, and there's this whole new thing of generation of people that take their socks and their shoes off on the plane. You got to look at their smelly feet, and then they'll literally stand up and they will walk into a commercial airline bathroom. Yeah, use it, and then walk and sit back down again.
That's not right.
Yeah, if I was a dictator, those people would be eliminated. I knew the second I saw the Christmas lights, I was like, I'm going to bomb.
No, you're not bombing.
Not my vibe.
No, this is your.
drives
No,
me nuts.
this is festive. This is it. You're allowed to do this.
It's not festive, it's fake, okay? And you stick it in a box, and then you take it back out and you staple it up next year. That's what you do.
I love this dude texting for the entire interview. It's just trying to keep the attentions of millennials. It's like impossible. Look at him. He's already got the chains. He's probably got his own record label. He's like making deals as we speak. He's got championship rings on. I don't know what you're doing, dude, but I want your life, man. You're crushing it.
So are you in the process?
I cannot get comfortable in this fucking chair. This is just like one of the worst things. This should be like in a museum, is like the prototype. This is what, this was the awful level of comfort. We went from a log to this, and then eventually they got cushions. It's another guy looking at his phone. I swear to God. Dude, the day Jesus comes back, if he ever does, if he's even a real person, like 90% of people are gonna miss it. They're gonna walk right. He's gonna be walking on water, and they're immediately walking by him. They're not even gonna see it.
Yeah, film it.
Oh yeah, and there's a drop-off in fame for Jesus at that point. Everyone was paying attention. Now no one gives a shit. Oh, there we go. No, but now this is like the ego one. Now I'm gonna be sitting above you.
Yeah,
you gotta come with two. It's fine. It's fine, sir. The one comedy through line that's working here is me shitting on this chair. Why would you take that from me? You're just totally going against the grain. I understand it, but you got on camera, so I think you get paid, even though this is online. You see Sugar Shane Mosley, one of the greatest boxers of all time. He's losing his championship belt in a divorce. Losing, yeah. It's like you're trying to break a man. Why does she want those? Right?
Gonna break a man.
They go with their shoes. You know?
Yeah, that's spiteful.
No, and I love how when you get a divorce, all of a sudden it costs like 50 grand a month to give a kid Fruit Loops. Right? These guys, I'm telling you, there is an epidemic of gold-digging whores in this country, and it is just not being addressed.
Oh my God.
We recently got a pit bull, which I know a lot of people don't like because they ate a couple of kids. I understand. They're great dogs, unless you're a bad owner. If you're a psycho, which I am, you can mess them up. I didn't realize that dogs feed off your vibes. No. Like if you're cool, if you're chill, they're chilling. If you're sleeping, they're sleeping. But if you're a psycho like me and you're watching the game on TV and you're screaming at the ref like, you gotta be shitting me! I didn't realize the dog was in the corner being like, yeah, you gotta be shitting.
Being a mother is the hardest job out there.
Most difficult job, and Oprah said that.
Oprah said that, yeah. Has your opinion on that phrase changed at all since you've had a kid?
No. It's not the most difficult job on the planet.
It's not a job.
It just isn't. Dude, I did roofing in July. As a redhead, I almost died. There's people that work on like oil. What was that movie that guy made? The fucking, they drill oil. What is it?
There Will Be Blood?
There Will Be Blood. Out in the ocean, they would drill. I can never remember the names.
Deepwater.
Mark Wahlberg was
Deepwater Horizon, yeah.
Those guys were working on an oil rig. The fucking thing blows up. They're on fire. They got to jump into water that's on fire. Salty water into their wounds. You got to swim out of that oil and fire and then tread water, praying to God that the Coast Guard is going to get there before the sharks do. Now talk to me about a toddler. Oh, he was so fussy today. He wouldn't eat his peas. So what's up with all these white kids now walking around trying to act like they're like gangster rappers? It's irritating. It's like everywhere I go, man, I figure I'd just be here in the city where you got a good mix of people. I'll be like in the middle of Kansas, though. Like the whitest state ever. There'll be some howdy-doody looking white kid like me. I'm thinking this is one of my peeps. Somebody I can have a conversation with. All of a sudden she's just like, yo, what's up, kid? What's up, kid?
Yeah,
I just want to be like, nothing much, Brad. You keeping it real in Wichita? How the fuck are you going to be a gangster in a state, say, like Nebraska? Wouldn't you be like all hardcore about your crop? Just in there, yo, shit was crazy, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucking corn wasn't wrong, motherfucking scarecrow was tipping over and shit, you know what I'm saying, son? I just want to be like, dude, you're white. Go to the Gap, give into it. Buy some Dockers, and come home. I've been going to gun stores, and...
Oh, my God.
And these rednecks are all telling me the same thing, because I didn't grow up with guns. So they're just going, all right, you never had a gun, you want to get yourself a shotgun. It's got a great spread. That's what they keep saying. It's got a great spread. You don't even got to aim it. You got a problem, you just sort of whip around.
the guy, right? I'm sitting there, I'm like, dude, I just want to shoot the guy. I don't have to do like a bunch of drywall work and like reframe my diploma. So.
Go-to dance move when challenged.
Waiting for the director to say cut. That was my go-to dance move. Well, I'll tell you, when I saw my kid, it wasn't, I didn't have like, everybody was like, you're gonna burst down crying, you're gonna blah, blah, blah. I was like scared of it. Like I was just sitting there like, hey, yeah, buddy, like I didn't want to touch it. And then like afterwards, they give it to me and I'm hanging with her for the first time and I'm feeling nothing. And I literally put my head down on the bassinet. I'm going, oh my God, I'm a serial killer. Like I don't feel things.
Do you Google yourself? Because I was like Googling the show.
No, God knows.
I was Googling the show.
I get trashed enough on Twitter. Do you know when I did the show last night? This is how like the millennials are, right? Somebody, I was wearing this exact same thing. You know, I'm on the road, so I got a nice stain on my shirt. So I was wearing this exact same thing. I go on Twitter, and somebody wrote, you know, Bill Burr last night dressed like an out-of-shape Jerry Seinfeld.
What?
So like, yeah, I wrote back. I can't say what I wrote back. I wrote back.
You did?
You so-and-so. Yeah, it's like, why don't you heckle me when you...
Oh, that was a bit of an abrupt stop. Yeah. Yeah, he is funny. But he is just that grumpy. Like, everyone knows that person. That person who just loves to moan. And they're happy doing it. It's like they're not happy unless they're doing that. So just let them do it. Like, yeah. But yeah, I'd say that, to be fair, Bill Burr will be a hilarious granddad. Like the granddad that's just, do you know what I mean? He's just comical, super abusive. Do you know what I mean? Just always shouting at you, but everyone just loves and thinks they're hilarious. But yeah, no, Bill Burr's jokes. Bill Burr's jokes. And I agree, I don't get that when people put things of their kids. And I do also understand, like, as someone who's been around a lot of kids, I mean, I don't have my own, but I've been around kids literally my whole life. I was an uncle when I was like 6. And since then, there's always been a baby somewhere. And it is really with kids. I mean, if it depends how they are with you. Like, really, I could be bothered about kids, do you know what I mean? And he's right, in the first bit, they're just boring anyway, do you know what I mean? Literally, they just cry, shit, sick, piss, right? And you just feel like you're going to break them all the time. There's like, but when they get older, like, it really, when they're not your own kid, it really just kind of depends on how they are with you. If they take to you, then you just like them. If they don't, then you just, do you know what I mean? You just, not really fussed, do you know what I mean? But yeah. 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 But yeah, that's the reaction. Sweet.